Chairman Mao, such a pleasure to meet you.
你就是那个有名的博士基辛格。
Oh, Chairman Mao, I was unable to meet you during my first 2 trips. I'm so happy I've had a chance to meet with you now.
来，坐吧。前一阵子害了一场病，我说话不太利索。
You have a lots of poem books here. I read some of your articles and poems. I like them very much.
我那些文章不算什么，没有什么可学的。
Your work has moved China and changed the world.
没有改变世界，只是改变了北京附近的几个地方。
Mr. Chairman, I guess the meeting we have today will definitely make someone unhappy.
你是说台湾的蒋委员长吗？我们与他做朋友的时间要比你们长得多呀！很长一段时间，他一直称我们是共匪。
Oh, he calls you a commie. I wonder how you call him.
一般来说，我们叫他蒋帮，有时候在报纸上叫他匪，他也称我们匪。总之啊，我们互相对骂。
你跑中国跑出名了，头一次公告发表，全世界都震动了，啊！
It was for this reason that President Nixon rewarded me with a vacation.
他不像个特务。
While he's unable to move freely, he has been 12 times in Paris and 2 times in Beijing, twice without being known, except for a couple of pretty girls, of course.
I just used them as cover. They had no idea.
这么说，你们也常常利用你们的姑娘做掩护啊！
His girls, not mine. If I use girls as a cover, I would be in big trouble.
特别是在大选的时候。
上次选举的时候，我投了你一票，你知道不知道啊？
Out of 2 evils, you choose the lesser one.
是在两害中取其轻。
不，我早就说过，如果民主党人获胜，中国人也会同他们打交道。啊？
Mr. Chairman, great change has taken place in the recent political world situation. I would really like to discuss with you the US-China relations and issues concerning the Soviet Union, Taiwan, North Korea, Vietnam, and Japan.
那些问题我不太感兴趣，你应该与周总理讨论，那是他的事。我现在想跟你讨论哲学问题。
Philosophical issues?
是哲学问题吗？
其实，来自美国方面的侵略，或者是来自中国方面的侵略，这个问题比较小，因为我们现在2个国家不存在打仗的问题。啊，你们想撤一部分兵回国，我们的兵也不出国，所以我们2家怪得很呢。过去22年总是谈不拢，现在从打乒乓球起，还不到10个月嘛。如果从你们在华沙提出建议算起， 2年多啊。
张组长，这都快1个小时了，都还没有谈完的意思。说好了只谈15分钟的，再这么下去，主席的身体受得了吗？
是啊，我也着急。
我喜欢右派，人家说你们共和党是右派，说希斯手下也是右派。
So is the General de Gaulle.
还有戴高乐。
戴高乐另当别论，人家还说西德的基督教民主党也是右派。这些右派当选，我比较喜欢，是巴基斯坦前总统把你们介绍给我们的。当时我们驻巴基斯坦的大使不同意我们与你们接触。他说啊，尼克松总统跟约翰逊总统是一样坏，可是叶海亚汗总统说，这2个人不能同日而语，一个像强盗，那是指约翰逊。我不知道他怎么会有这个印象，不过我们不大喜欢从杜鲁门到约翰逊这4个前任总统，这中间有8年是共和党人做总统不过在那段时间，你们恐怕也没有把问题想通吧
Mr. Chairman, I know that our attitude towards the People's Republic of China over the past years has been unacceptable for you and premature. Anyway, we came here today because we realize the global new situation. Moreover, we recognize that what's matter is not the political philosophy within a country, but its policy towards the rest of the world and toward us.
Hey, do you know where the president is?
I have no idea.
And Kissinger, where's he?
I'm in the dark.
They must have gone to meet with Mao behind my back.
你那本《6次危机》写得不错，我喜欢你这个右派下次选举的时候，我还要投你一票。
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for inviting me in China. I know you take a huge risk doing that. For me, I also take this very difficult decision, but I'm a man of my word. You will find that out later. I never make promises I cannot fulfill.
只争朝夕，双方能够好好的交谈，那就不错了。对峙对我们彼此有什么好处呢？我过去曾经对我的美国朋友斯诺说过，他早几天去世了，太可惜了。我说我们谈得成，谈不成都成啊，何必这么僵着呢？来，咱们拍一张照片。
Mr. Chairman, we can change the
我们
world
可以
together.
共同改变世界。
背信弃义，这是彻彻底底的背信弃义。
父亲，开始我们和美国之间反反复复的，我们一直抱有希望，没想到的是，最后换来的竟是这样。尼克松上台的时候，我们一直在支持他，可是我们的善良换来的却是他的背叛。你们看看，尼克松在毛泽东面前成什么样子了？卑躬屈膝的样子啊，哪像一个大国的总统啊！
是的，特别是尼克松在公开场合为周恩来脱大衣的照片。
这在香港的大公报上都登了。那么，美国的报刊是如何评价的呢？
美国舆论正面评价很多，特别是尼克松为周恩来脱大衣的照片，很多大报都刊登在头版。
经过无论谈尼克松怎么献殷勤，怎么和毛泽东、周恩来他们沆瀣一气，但是台湾这个雷区，他们是绕不过去的。志诺。
总统先生，尼克松夫人，女士们、先生们、同志们、朋友们，首先，我高兴地代表毛泽东主席和中国政府，向尼克松总统和夫人以及其他的美国客人表示欢迎。同时，我也想利用这个机会，代表中国人民向远在大洋彼岸的美国人民致以亲切的问候。美国人民是伟大的人民，中国人民是伟大的人民，我们两国人民一向是友好的。由于大家知道的原因，两国人民之间的来往中断了20多年。现在，经过中美双方的共同努力，友好往来的大门终于打开了。我们期盼通过双方的坦率和意见交流，更清楚了解我们之间的差异，努力找到共同的基础，必将为我们两国的关系开创新的起点，为中美友谊干杯！
Prime Minister and all distinguished guests this evening, on behalf of all American guests, I wish to thank you for your incomparable hospitality, for which the Chinese people are justly famous throughout the world. I particularly would want to pay a tribute not only to those who prepared this magnificent dinner, but also to those who play this splendid music. Never have I heard American music played better in a foreign land. Mr. Prime Minister, I wish to thank you for your very gracious and eloquent remarks. At this very moment, through the wonder of telecommunications, more people are seeing and hearing what we say than on any other such occasion in the whole history of the world. Yet, what we say here will not be long remembered, but what we do here can change the world. As you said in your toast, the Chinese people are great people. The American people are great people. If our two peoples are enemies, the future of this world we share together is dark indeed. But if we can find common grounds to work together, the chance for the world peace is immeasurably increased. Ties between our two countries has been cut off for over 20 years. Despite great differences, we can still try to build a peaceful world. And so let us, in the next 5 years, start a long march together, not in lockstep, but on different roads leading to the same goal. The goal of building a world structure of peace and justice in which all may stand together with equal dignity and in which each nation, large or small, have the right to determine its own form of government, free of outside interference or domination. The world watches, the world listens, the world waits to see what we will do. What is the world? In a personal sense, I think of my eldest daughter, whose birthday is today. And as I think of her, I think of all the children in the world. What legacy shall we leave to our children? Are they destined to die for the hatred which has plagued the whole world? Or are they destined to live because we had a vision to build a new world? There is no reason for us to be enemies. Neither of us seeks the territory of the other. Neither of us seeks domination over the other. Neither of us seeks to stretch out our hands and rule the world. Chairman Mao has written, so many deeds cry out to be done, and always urgently. The world goes on, time passes, 10,000 of years are too long. Seize the day, seize the hour. This is the hour. This is the day for our two people to rise their heights of greatness, which can build a new and a better world. And in that spirit, I ask all of you present to join me in raising your glasses to Chairman Mao, the Prime Minister Zhou, and to the friendship of the Chinese and American people, which can lead to the friendship and peace for all people in the world. Cheers, Ganbei. Oh, beautiful, America the beautiful. This is the song I picked up during my inauguration in 1969. If I'm not wrong, this is a thoughtful arrangement by you.
Yes. Premier Zhou particularly introduced the band to play the song.
来，为你的下一任就职干杯！
干杯！
Ah, but this is Motai, the one that our reporter called White Lightning.
是，这种茅台酒自从1915年在旧金山世界博览会上获得金奖以后，无人不知，无人不晓。
I know, I heard about it, and I read Snow books, and he said that the Red Army, when they've been to Mountain Town, they drank up all the liquor.
我读过孙路的书，他说当年红军路过茅台镇的时候，是不是把茅台镇所有的茅台全部喝掉了？
不，那不指的是喝酒，是用它来擦洗伤口。
Well, let's drink a cup of this wonderful liquor.
让我们一起喝掉这神奇的酒吧。
It's so wonderful.
夫人，我准备把它送给你。
A pack of cigarettes.
不是烟，是熊猫。我们准备送给你们2只熊猫，我们的国宝，以表达中国人民和美国人民的友好。
Oh, how wonderful! Richard, did you hear that Premier Joe said that he was going to give us 2 giant pandas?
Sorry for keeping you waiting so long. We are 5 minutes late.
我们迟到了5分钟。
我看到美国的早间新闻说，总统先生在我们的钓鱼台国宾馆刚刚签署了一项法案，以终止美国国内码头大罢工。这条新闻轰动了美国。
The great bill has been signed with this
这个
pen.
伟大的法案就是用这支笔。
And I would like to give it to you, Mr. Prime Minister, as a gift.
我想把它作为礼物送给你。
This is a pen of historic value.
具有历史价值的笔。
不，我不能接受这个礼物，因为接受了它，感觉仿佛我们中国介入了美国的内政了。
This is the same place where I met with Premier Joe the last time I was here.
基辛格博士说，这是上次他跟总理您会谈的地方。
是的，这是我们中美2国的福地呀。总统先生，请您先表达您的观点。这是我们中国人的礼仪，主随客便。
I have heard that another Chinese saying that the guest should suit the convenience of the host.
客随主便。
你已经是个中国通了。
So, it should be better if Mr. Prime Minister spoke first.
总理先生，您先讲。
中美之间的隔绝，时间已经太久了。中国之所以转向美国，是因为中国人民对毛主席非常的信任，是毛主席请您来到了北京。
Yes, Chairman Mao is very far-sighted. I totally agree with him.
我深表同感。
我们今天主要是谈谈我们中美之间最大的障碍——台湾问题。这也是此次总统阁下访华是否成功的关键。我和基辛格博士为此从严重的分歧谈到现在。
Well, now I can state 5 principles about the Taiwan question.
我现在可以表明我在台湾问题上的5项原则。
So first, there is only one China. Taiwan is a part of China.
第一点，中国只有一个，台湾是中国的一部分。
In the future, it will no longer be said that Taiwan's position is undetermined.
今后不再说台湾问题未定。
Second, we do not support any independent movement in Taiwan.
第二点，不支持任何台湾独立运动。
Third, Japan will be discouraged from entering to Taiwan as much as possible.
第三点，将在力所能及的范围内劝阻日本进入台湾。
And Japan will not encourage the Taiwan independence movement.
也不鼓励日本支持台湾独立运动。
The fourth, we support any peaceful solution to the Taiwan question.
第四点，支持任何关于台湾问题的和平解决方案。
And don't support any attempt from the Taiwan authorities to return to the mainland by any military means.
不支持对台湾当局用任何军事方法回到大陆的企图。
And 5, we pursue the normalization of U.S.-China relations and withdraw all U.S. forces from Taiwan within 4 years.
第5点，寻求中美关系正常化，决定4年内逐步从台湾撤出军事人员和设施。
你的这几点承诺比以前的进步多了。
But politically, I still have some difficulties at the moment.
但是我现在在政治上还是有一些问题。
America cannot recognize the People's Republic of China as the sole legal authorities
美
in
国还不
China.
能承认中华人民共和国政府是中国唯一的合法政府。
还是那句话，不愿意丢掉老朋友。其实啊，你们的老朋友已经丢掉一大堆了。老朋友有好的，也有不好的，你们要有所选择嘛。你们希望我们和平解放台湾，我们只能说争取和平解放。为什么说只能争取呢？因为这是两方面的事。我们希望和平解放，可蒋介石不干怎么办？我坦率地说，历史留给蒋介石的时间已经不多了。
Well, I plan to proceed to the normalization of U.S.-China relations and withdraw all U.S. forces out of Taiwan in my next term. However, I cannot state that explicitly in the joint communiqué
但是我无法在联合公报中声明这一点，
because it will help my opponent to find a reason to attack me during the next election.
因为这会让我的竞选对手在大选期间受
So,
到攻击我的理
when
由。
I go back to Washington, I must declare that I haven't reached any secret agreement with you over the Taiwan question.
签订过任何的秘
And
密
once I win the re-election, I will
但一旦
fulfill our
我
goal.
的竞选连任了，我会达成我们的目标。
总统先生，我们已经等了20年了。我可以十分坦率地说，我们有足够的耐心，也不差再等几年。
Waiting for another couple of years.
我是周恩来。
总理啊，我是季鹏飞。外面下雪了，明天安排尼克松总统去爬长城，走几10公里的冰雪路，恐怕会有麻烦。
你问问气象台，后天的情况怎么样？
后天的天气更不好，要不然明天这项活动取消吧？
不能取消。尼克松对爬长城可是情有独钟啊，他早就说过，不吃烤鸭不爬长城，就不算来过北京。我们总不能让他带着遗憾和失望回去啊。
那万一路上出点什么事，谁也不能保证。
好了，这事儿你不用管了，我来解决。
Today, I climbed up the Great Wall of China, one of the 7 wonders of the world. Looking at the winding and overlapping battlements and walls, I was overwhelmed by such grandeur. The people who could build a wall like this several thousand years ago must be great and extraordinary people. Being a landmark on the earth, the Great Wall should also serve as a landmark for peace for all mankind. What's more amazing is that heavy snow covered all the roads in Beijing last night. But today, we saw no ice or snow on the tens of miles of road we traveled. How could the Chinese do that without snow polos? It is just unbelievable. These small incidents show the integrity, discipline, devotion, and huge potential of the Chinese people, which can never be underestimated. In the coming decades, we shall work to build good relations with China. Otherwise, we will one day face the most horrible and strongest enemy in the world.
恩来，你今天陪着尼克松他们爬长城去了？
是啊，他们的兴致都很高，特别是尼克松，玩得很尽兴。他说，要全世界人民共同铸造人类和平友谊的长城。
在历任的美国总统当中啊，尼克松获得了一个第一。他是第一个登上中国长城的美国总统。
不仅安排他们爬长城，还让他们游故宫、看芭蕾、欣赏体操表演和乒乓球比赛。我是想通过方方面面，让这些美国人尽可能的了解我们中国。说话讲，百闻不如一见嘛。
重要的还是中美联合公报。尼克松从大洋彼岸大老远的来一趟，如果不发表一个联合公报，那他怎么交代？
联合公报一直在抓紧做，一些分歧比较大的条款和措辞呢，主要是冠华同志和基辛格在谈。
公报完成以后，我要看一看。
放心吧，主席。乔老爷，
总理啊，
还在辛苦啊？
啊，不是辛苦啊，是干苦。这点着老油不说啊，这脑细胞整整死了一个军团呢。
脑细胞没有白死吧？公报有进展。
最大的突破点，就是在对台湾问题的表述。我们坚持承认台湾是中国的一部分，台湾是中国的内政问题。双方在取得共识上没有问题，但是他们不想用文字明确表述。最后，还是采纳了基辛格的提法。双方认识到，海峡两岸所有的中国人，都主张全世界只有一个中国，而且台湾是中国的一部分。
这些话虽然有些弯弯绕，但还算恰当。
总理，您坐。这公报上的每一句话，都是讨价还价换来的。比如，美国在台湾的撤军问题，基辛格一定要坚持协商，以台湾海峡的紧张局势的缓和为前提。我则坚持要写明撤军的期限。最终，双方都有所让步。
冠华，你和基辛格这几个夜熬得值得。尼克松可是个了不起的政治家，敢于打破坚冰到中国来访问，是冒了很大的风险呐。现在他的访问行程已经过半了，不发表一个联合公报，怎么能算是一个成功的访问呢？
对。
鉴于目前美国国内的政治困难，还要从大处着眼，求同存异，有些问题可以做适当的让步。冠华，我明天要陪尼克松总统去杭州访问。这份公报草案的初稿，我再仔细的看一下，然后向毛主席汇报。
好。
What response do you expect from the release of this communique?
Well, Taiwan will naturally be hit the hardest.
I had thought of that, but We have to make corresponding sacrifices to a larger plan of normalizing our relation with the People's Republic of China.
There are other obstacles that you need to consider, which may cause us trouble.
What are you referring to?
Secretary of State Rogers.
Rogers. How Rogers can cause trouble to us?
Rogers was not present when we had our meeting with Chairman Mao. He was quite disgruntled. I don't think you've noticed these past 8 days how sullen he's been. As Secretary of State, he's naturally in charge of foreign affairs. To not show him this communique, that would be inappropriate. But once we do show it to him, well,
It's already the 4th day of our visit. Tomorrow we will fly to Hangzhou, where we will sign the communique together with Zhou Enlai. I reckon that when I saw the draft communique to Rogers when we arrive in Hangzhou, he would consider the overall situation without raising objections.
总理，建平，你一定要注意休息啊！
建平啊，这么晚了，你怎么来了？找我有事啊？
我刚才在卫生间门口等着，您尿血又严重了，您一定要休息啊！
没事，虽然有些痛苦，但还没那么严重。
总理啊，你必须听我的，立即停下手中的工作，去住院治疗，否则后果不堪设想。你若不住院呢，我只能向毛主席汇报了。
吴院长，您放心，你的心情我理解。可是当前尼克松总统访华，访问的成败关系到中美两国未来关系的走向，甚至将在世界上产生深远的影响。我向您保证，忙完了这几天，我一定住院治疗，一切听你的安排，好不好啊？
总理，你已经是70多岁的人了，还忍受着这样大的痛苦。
你放心，等这次任务完成了，我就住院治疗。不过，今天的这个事情，你一定要替我保密，啊，不要告诉任何人，啊。
好，好。
I've never seen cups as big as these.
我从没见过这么大的鲤鱼。
今天晚上我要请总统和夫人品尝中国最负盛名的西湖醋鱼。这道菜呀，已经有几百年的历史了。
Look, those two beautiful birds.
那有2只好看的。
What is the name of them?
它们叫什么名字？
它们叫相思鸟。
They're red-billed livefins.
They truly are lovebirds.
Yes. Oh, the West Lake.
It looks exactly like a postcard.
西湖美的就像一张明信片一样。
西湖已经有2000多年的历史了。 虽然几度经过战乱的影响，可是历朝历代呢都在不断的修缮它。尤其是我国2位著名的诗人白居易和苏东坡，他们呢曾经在这西湖当过地方官。白堤和苏堤啊，就是根据他们2人的名字命名的。
I've heard that Chairman Mao and you both love Hangzhou. Is that true?
您和毛主席都喜欢杭州，是吗？
是啊。
Please have a seat.
纷乱的世界上，我信步走过，变幻的风云里，你越发巍峨。唯有那么一天，环球同此凉热，云水间响彻我们目